Shalom, giving all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, and as you can see the title of this video, this is why nobody wants to listen to Christian pastors anymore. Okay, and this is a known false prophet. I forget his name, but he's hilarious. Right, but he's a false prophet, and pretty much he's getting ready to try to break down what's happening, with Russia and Ukraine, which we go into these things all the time. All right, and for years, Christian pastors, they didn't go into prophecy. They would tell you it's sealed, or we don't need to worry about that. But with the rise of the Israelites, we go into these things for the most part, the Israelite camps. All right, some, more than others. Some don't have it. Right, but the breakdown of these things is out there now. We've been going into the beast system. We've been going into, Gog and Magog. We've been going into what is Babylon the Great. The dragon. And they're watching, and they don't agree with us, but they're trying to go into prophecy. And when they do that, they make a fool of themselves. That's why guys like Vocab Malone stay away from prophecy. When you try to deal with prophecy, they don't want nothing to do with it because they don't understand prophecy. Now, the scriptures say the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. But anyway, let's listen to this guy try and break down what's happening, man. And we'll pause it at points, and cut his mishaps. But for the most part, let's just listen to this guy.
We're in that period now. Now, the prophet Ezekiel prophesied this many moons ago in Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 2, where he talked about Gog, who is Russia, and also the beast. And
Russia and the beast have nothing to do with each other. Gog and the beast have nothing to do with each other. Okay, the beast is ultimately fulfilled in the European Union, okay, along with NATO and Babylon the Great. Okay, remember, NATO was created to combat the USSR, man. Russia has nothing to do with the beast system. Now, Russia in this modern time is ran by Edomites. Okay, Gog and Magog, it is ran, particularly by Edomites, although those are Japhetic lands. In these last days, it's being ran by other Edomites. Okay, but remember, they're separated, and the Lord is going to use particularly Edomites to fight against other Edomites. Even the beast system is going to fight against Babylon the Great. But Gog and Magog have nothing to do with the beast system. All right? Off.
Gog, which is China, and the dragon.
Now he says Magog is China. Magog is now China. You hear this foolishness? And we're going to play it all the way through in a minute. But, while we play it the first time, we're just going to stop it here and there. But this guy is out of his mind, man.
Now, the thing about China and the dragon, what China does.
Now, he says China is the dragon. When you go into the scriptures, the dragon is ancient Rome and the revival of that ancient Rome. You see? What the hell is this guy talking about? Even the beast is a revival, all right, of the ancient Roman Empire, which is fulfilled in Babylon the Great, the NATO, and the EU. China has nothing to do with that. Just because China, uses the dragon in their symbolism on their so-called New Year's and all of that, and they worship the dragon, doesn't mean that the dragon is talking about China and prophecy, man.
It refutes, and what communism does as well, it refutes the Genesis account of God cursing the serpent.
Wait a minute. The lion of the tribe of Hamites, What in the hell is this dude talking about? Look at the left corner. The Lion of the tribe of Hamites. Who's that? What is that? What are you talking about? And I believe he teaches that we here, the so-called Negro over here in America are Hamites. I believe that. All right. Somebody can put it on the comment board if they know for sure. But what the hell is he talking about? Let's rewind it a little bit. This dude is going all the way off.
The Genesis account of God cursing the serpent, who was the dragon at the time and walked on all four. And when God cursed him that he should go on his belly, losing his legs as a result.
So the serpent was crawling on all fours, and then the Lord cursed him. Well, hold on. Let's go back.
Who was the dragon at the time and walked on all four. And when God cursed him that he should go on his belly, losing his legs as a result of his deceit. And actually the dragon, the dragon had nothing to do with it. Satan got inside the dragon, and God cursed the dragon so that everybody would know that he has no feet. He don't have a leg to stand on.
Let's listen all the way through.
We're in that period now. Now, the prophet Ezekiel prophesied this many moons ago in Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 2, where he talked about Gog, who is Russia, and also the beast, and Magog, which is China, and the dragon. Now, the thing about China and the dragon, what China does is it refutes, and what communism does as well, it refutes the Genesis account of God cursing the serpent, who was the dragon at the time and walked on all four.
He walked on all four.
And when God cursed him that he should go on his belly, losing his legs as a result of his deceit. And actually the dragon, the dragon had nothing to do with it. Satan got inside the dragon, and God cursed the dragon.
Bro.
So that everybody would know that he has no feet. He don't have a leg to stand on.
Oh man. This is the book of Isaiah 29. I ain't gonna make this too long. You see, this is why Christianity is losing its steam. Nobody wants to hear that garbage. Nobody wants to hear so-called black pastors, so-called white Christian pastors try to break down the Bible anymore. It's over. People are now listening to the Israelites, man. Even heathen are listening to us to get understanding of the Bible. Okay, Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. And what are they drunk off of? The wine of Babylon. They go to these seminary schools. They're winging it. Then they try to look at our videos and try to apply some of it. But then they try to, still add their own proud ass, interpretations. And what happens is you're putting Taka Vodka with Hennessy. You mixing that with Seagram's gin. All right, Wild Irish Rose, and spiritually you're drunk, staggering all over the planet Earth. All right, talking crap, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. When it says you're drunken but not with wine, it's speaking of you Israelites. You're spiritually drunken. You're all over the place, man. What the hell is this dude talking about? So a four-legged a serpent or dragon came up to Eve, and the Lord cursed him by cutting off his feet so he didn't have a leg to stand on. For the Lord hath poured upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. Your prophets and your rulers and your seers has he covered. And these is Jake rulers. This is Jake leaders, man. And if you ask TD Jakes, if you ask Creflo Dollar, if you ask any of these big name pastors to go into, Ezekiel 38, or if you ask them to go into Revelation 18, you ask them to go into Jeremiah 50, Habakkuk, they'll all do the same thing, man. Winging it. Blinken. Okay. For the Lord has poured upon you the spirit of deep sleep and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book which is sealed. Okay? The Lord has cut off your understanding, man. Which men delivered to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And for years you would go into these Baptist, these Christian preachers and try to get them to go into prophecy. And they would say, these things are sealed. We don't need to go into that. The scriptures say no prophecy is of any private interpretation, man. The prophet should be breaking these things down right now. Now everybody's trying to go into end time prophecy. Christians wasn't doing this, before the Israelites got on the scene. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. And that's basically what the hell he just said without saying it. He don't know what the hell he's talking about, man. Okay? When you give it to those who cannot read, they will say, we do not know how to read. And that's basically what he just said. Through what he said, he just said, I am a fool. As the scriptures say, his wisdom will declare that he's a fool. This is Isaiah 29:13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much this people draw near to me with their mouth, and their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men. All right, they go to these particular seminary schools, which we call them cemetery schools, and they learn these garbage breakdowns, and they try to, then they get out of, those particular institutions, and they restart reading. Then they try to, rebel against the institution of Christianity, but then keep the breakdowns and then start going into other stuff. The Lion of the Hamites. Thus, therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people. Speaking of the Israelites. Okay, you hypocrites, man. Even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men will perish, and the understanding of their prudent men will be hid. And that guy is a great example of that, man. I mean, that was absolutely horrible. You see? That's why the Lord has raised up the prophets in these latter days, man. What's that? Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter. Hold up. Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. The Lord has ultimately raised up the prophets to give our people a clear understanding of what is what, man. But I just wanted to go into that. This is why nobody wants to hear you Christians break down the Bible anymore, man. Because come on, man. Y'all still teaching that a snake rolled up on Eve. Stop, man. Shalom.